Tamale pie is quite delicious, but it's just tamale pie until we get to F around with it today and make it way better. The humble tamale pie, it's a great thing. Ground beef on the bottom with some stuff and cornbread on top. It's an ideal, lovely combination. It's lovely. Today we're gonna change all that. We're gonna take the ground beef and throw it away, but substitute our own homemade Carnitas. Now you're talking. And the cornbread, which is a simple little lovely cornbread topping on top, will now have jalapenos and the bacon and something else I'm forgetting. Let me look around. Corn! It often has a can of creamed corn in it, but I don't like the cream. I mean, I'm okay with creamed corn, but I don't like it in there. But I want little bites of corn, so we're gonna get kernel corn crispy with the jalapenos and the bacon and slam that into the cornbread topping. Now you got something to write home about. And if you've never had it, we're wrecking it for you for all those other plain tamale pies that will come after this one, because that's what we want to do. We want to ruin you. We want to spoil you. We want to so hard that
oh my God,
Jesus
all right.
God.
That is all being bleeped.
We start by getting our carnitas going in the pressure cooker, but before, I got ahead of myself. Before we're gonna start the bacon, because it takes a little bit. It can cook while we're getting our puerco prepared. This is a half a pound of diced bacon. Wow, was that anticlimactic. It'll start to cook, I promise. Well, I hope if I turned it up a little bit. So diced up, small. I mean, these pieces look medium sized, but you know, by the time they cook, they'll cook down. Moisture, grease will come out, they'll shrink up. Like your when you get out of the cold ocean.
Oh, you are on a good one today.
Oh yeah, a lot of bleeping today. That is about just slightly under 4 pounds of pork shoulder, also known as chance.
Pork butt.
Pork butt, that's right.
For some reason.
For some reason, exactly. So, look, if we were cooking this on the smoker, I'd probably keep most of this fat, but sometimes in this carnita situation, it becomes too much. So I'll trim some of it down. But what we want is just big chunks to have this cook evenly and a little faster. So just use a knife, cut like this, then you can see what you've got for fat. Yeah, I might take a little bit of this off. I do want some fat, but not greasy carnitas. Though fat is flavor, we all know that.
Go buy our t-shirt. Fat means flavor.
My God, I'm in the supermarket today, checking out at the self-check, and like boys and girls, 16, 17, are all getting their lunches from high school. One girl comes up, she goes, "Excuse me," and I'm imagining she's gonna go, "You Sam the cooking guy?" She goes, "Excuse me." I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Can I take a picture of your t-shirt? It's so funny." Yes, you can take a picture of my t-shirt. I suppose I could have said, you could actually buy one, go online at Make America Cook,
Yes,
but
you can.
But that was a douchey move to a teenager. Okay, a little bit extra fat off here. And now again, like this. Again, just as I say, the same size pieces cook at roughly the same time. So we'll get them like this. And these are just gonna go into the bowl of the pressure cooker right here. Like that, okay. Let me just wipe the counter, we'll put the rest in. First up, a good squeeze of oil, a little mix with our hand. And then we add some herbs, some oregano, some cumin, and a good pinch of salt and pepper, and we mix it around. Beautiful. Now we can add everything else, and that will consist of 1 onion chopped up, about a half a dozen large cloves of garlic, and if they're not large, just a ton of little guys, peeled, and the juice of 3 large oranges and 2 limes, and that's it. Let's get it in the pressure cooker. And it goes, on goes the lid, and we set it. I always forget how to do this. Pressure cook, stop it. Pressure level, high, 45 minutes, and we just leave it. You stop touching the buttons. It now has turned to on. It will pressurize, and when it's fully pressurized, you make sure that the little switch at the back is on sealing, which it is. Then it starts counting down from 45 minutes. When it hits the bottom, we will let the pressure release manually, by itself. Or is that automatically? What is that? Manually would be me doing it.
No, manually is you.
Manually is me.
Yeah,
we let the pressure release automatically. I think that's confusing though, because I think they say manually. Manual release.
Slow release? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to look. I'm going to look. Doesn't matter. While that's happening, we're going to carry on with the bacon and prepare the topping and the other stuff that goes inside the deal, the thing. Okay, bacon's ready. You can see how nice it is. So let's take this out. Who else loved bacon? Oh, Homer Simpson. Didn't he?
No, that was donuts.
Donuts.
Yes.
Whatever he would say. Okay, bacon's out. I'm gonna cook the jalapenos and the corn in here. I don't need all this grease though, but this pan is gonna get some onions and peppers in it. So I might as well give it some of this, because why wouldn't I? I mean, the carnitas is pork, the bacon is pork. We get rid of some of this grease and then we continue on. So the big pan gets some diced green pepper, could be anything, and some red onion, could be any color. We'll mix that and let that begin to soften. This is where the carnitas is going. And the smaller pan, we'll get the diced green and red jalapenos and a can of corn. You know that expression? Can of corn means easy. Oops. I don't know why. It's baseball. When a guy's out in the field and there's a pop-up ball and he catches it simply, can of corn. So now everything's just softening. And yes, that is the Sam the Cooking Guy 12-inch cast iron pan with the initials on the front, the 12 at the handle, and my big dumb face on the bottom. Can't show you that right now or everything will spill out. Our topping begins with a cup of cornmeal. And look, it's golden in color, so it's like a golden topping. 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a tablespoon of sugar. It always looks like more, don't yell at me. Teaspoon of kosher salt, and this we will mix. Then we can add the wet ingredients, and that would be a single egg that we'll give a quick little beat down to, a cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Butter. And then our extra stuff, and that will be our corn and our jalapenos. Probably should have let them cool, but that's okay. We're gonna be fine. And remember the bacon?
Yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't remember the bacon? Oh, shit. This is just gonna be the best. All right, that now just sits off to the side and waits for what is coming, the carnitas part. All right, we're good here. The pressure has released, and let's have a look, shall we? And we're there. Look at that. See, that is what carnitas is. Carnitas is this super flavorful, melt in your mouth deliciousness. Now, proper thing you do is you take this and you put it in a pan and you get it crispy, then you put it in a taco or something. That's not what we're doing. We're going into our tamale pie with it. Let's do that. This is what almost 4 pounds of carnitas looks like. Wow. And it's all going in. This is going to be one decadent tamale pie. So now we need to break it up, and look how easily it happened. Wow. Boys, you should try that. Just a little bite. Okay. Let's put the rest of the things that are going in this. So I got about a cup of jarred green salsa. Perfect. About a cup of green enchilada sauce, a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes, mostly drained, a big pinch of salt and pepper, about a tablespoon of chipotle chili powder. This all gets mixed. I think it's pretty clear to see how this is going to turn out, and that would be delicious. We can kill the heat under it. I have one more thing to put in before the topping, and that would be 2 cups of Monterey Jack cheese shredded, and we mix. I think some people like to just have that be a cheese layer on top. I like to mix it in, but whatever works. You do you, Sparky, whatever works. There's also another school of thought that puts the cornbread on the bottom and this stuff on top, and I don't like that. I'm all about the way it looks when it comes out. Can already start seeing cheesiness in here. Okay, with this set, only one thing to do. Get our topping. You know, I haven't done this with all this corn in it like this before. I hope I haven't jacked this up. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but there's always a chance, you know?
That was a fuckload of corn you put in there.
But it's gonna be good, don't you think?
Yeah.
A fuckload. What exactly, how much is a fuckload? In this case, it's a 15-ounce can. There you go, lads. This now will get slammed into a 400-degree oven for probably 25-ish minutes until it's gorgeous, perfect, and beautiful, and you'll see that in a second. And we're there. Wow. Can you believe it? Half an hour. I actually turned it down a little bit to 375. I was worried that it was gonna burn before it cooked through the tamale part. Now, I'm just waiting to have a bite. And I brought a bowl. Carnitas. People are like, oh, that's tamale pie. I've had that before. No, you've not had this one before with that. Oh, look at the carnitas there. That's what you've not had. Damn it. This looks incredible. The tamale part, perfectly cooked. Red and green jalapenos and those whole kernel pieces of corn, not that corn mush. Yum, yum. I want to do that Lion King music. I feel like I'm... Oh, don't burn me. All right, the carnitas is a game changer. Oh my God, I just got a crispy bite. It's the bacon that's in the cornmeal topping. Oh my gosh, look at the prettiness in there. Colors, flavors, textures, richness from the carnitas. It's a game changer, all right. This is the only way I will have tamale pie from now on. Unless, of course, somebody makes it for me, at which point I will love the hell out of it. But if I'm making it, this is what's happening. Oh boy. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for those of you that have sent pictures of your Sam the Cooking Guy between the buns that are now populating throughout the world. Like my little children going forth and what the hell am I saying? I'm just a carnitas drunk. That's all I am. I'm just gonna stand here and eat. And then the boys are gonna eat and be really happy. Oh, here he comes. Good God. Now everything changes. Well, my sciatica was really bad this morning. I just rubbed fucking jalapeno into my eye.
What kind of psychopath is putting the cornbread on the bottom?
Yeah, they should round up all the people who think that cornbread should be on the bottom.
It's a thing. It's a thing.